Homemakers play such an important role in society, even though they often go overlooked and their work devalued. If you were raised by a homemaker, I think you can attest to the fact that they had a really big impact on your life and for the better. Thankfully, there were several women in my life who were homemakers. They took their work seriously, they loved their families fiercely, and they often made huge sacrifices to see to the needs of their loved ones. It wasn't that they couldn't have held important jobs outside of the home. They could have, and they would have been successful, but they chose to do some of the most important work, and that took place within the walls of their own homes, raising their families, preparing delicious meals, supporting and serving their friends and neighbors, and creating cozy homes that fostered love and connection, homes that were a safe and comforting place to go when the world outside felt like too much. Growing up, my mom would move all the dining room chairs into the living room while she swept and mopped our kitchen floors. We had a pretty small home, but she sure knew how to bring it to life. I would happily jump from chair to chair while she vigorously scrubbed the floors, with the smell of pine sol wafting in the air. It sounds funny to say, but this is a memory that is imprinted into my mind. I'm not sure why, but when I think about it as an adult, I believe it's because I felt perfectly safe and happy in that very moment. Did my mom realize this while she was working away within our home, making it clean and welcoming for her family? Maybe to an extent she realized it, but I think we as homemakers, while we are performing our simple, mundane, everyday, ordinary tasks, forget that those around us are feeling the safety and security that we provide. Whether that be crawling into a bed with freshly washed bed sheets, or putting on a nice shirt that was hung in the closet or folded neatly in a drawer, or sitting down around the kitchen table to enjoy a home-cooked meal together, the sense of security and safety, love and comfort that we as homemakers can provide to the loved ones within the walls of our homes, it goes unmatched. That type of work, it isn't work to be devalued, it is work to be celebrated and praised. It's also work that matters, and that's why in today's video, I'm sharing my thoughts on creating a cozy home for your family. I remember visiting my Granny Ava's house on Sunday for lunch. I look forward to that day all week long. I got to play house with my cousins, run through the field, almost fall through the loft of the barn. But what I remember most was the presence of my Granny Ava. How even in her older age, she was in her kitchen preparing that lunch with a big, joyful smile on her face, happy to see everyone and ready to hand out hugs. She knew everyone's favorite foods, and I know she would make sure that her cookie jar was full of sugar cookies just for me. When I was sick, she always sent home a big bowl of mashed potatoes for me. Home isn't about the decorating, the cleaning, or the organization, because I remember very little of that from my Granny Ava's home. But what I do remember is that she cared. She cared that I loved sugar cookies. She cared enough to send home a bowl of mashed potatoes when I was sick. She cared enough to sew quilts by hand for Christmas and hug her great-grandchildren when they came into her home. You can spend all of your time cleaning and organizing, but if we forget the most important aspect of homemaking, which is making our loved ones feel seen, loved, cared for, and safe, then we're missing the whole point. There are definitely steps that we can take to make our homes cozy, warm and soft colors, cozy lighting and scented candles, soft blankets and clean bedding, and our homes definitely function better when they're tidy and organized. But at the heart of it all is the goal of having a space for your family where they can relax, where they can share their thoughts and dreams with each other and with you, and a place where you can welcome in friends and neighbors, and for the first time in a while they feel seen and cared about. Homes are more than just appearance, and you can spend lots of money, time, energy, and resources pouring into them, but even those with the most humble homes can use them for service and steward them in a way that touches the lives of those around them. No matter where you are in this season of life or what type of home you have, if you have the right intentions and you want to create a cozy space for your family, remember that people will forget about everything else, but they will never forget how you made them feel. We are right in the middle of the hosting season, celebrating the holidays, so I feel that this video is very timely for all of us who are hosting gatherings and spending time with our families. My mom is a queen at this. She works tirelessly to host a large family Thanksgiving, cleaning and cooking and doing it all with a big smile on her face and love in her heart. Like I said before, I am blessed to have observed many women who have chosen the path of homemaking. They do it in such a graceful way, and they love pouring into the lives of others. For those of us who are still early on in our journey as homemakers, we have so much to learn from the generations before us who have served their families with love and devotion. I do my best to take to heart their work and make sure to thank them for meals prepared, compliment their homemaking efforts, definitely by giving them a big old hug of appreciation. As I have entered into my own journey as a homemaker, I can now truly understand how much effort and time it takes to create a home that feels that way. I want to share some very practical, simple, and affordable tips that anyone can implement to make any space feel cozy and inviting, whether that be a small apartment in town, a tiny home in the country, a fixer-upper in the middle of a remodel. No matter where your home is or what stage it is in right now, you can create that cozy and inviting atmosphere for your loved ones. The first tip that I have is to make sure that your home smells clean. I use a lot of natural cleaning products, white vinegar, dish soap, rubbing alcohol, baking soda, etc. And those items really do help to cloud out any odors. These items are not only a more natural and non-toxic option, but they are a lot more affordable than commercial cleaners. Secret areas where odor may be lingering in your home could be your dishwasher, which might need to be cleaned every few months, your washing machine, especially if you have a front loader, can get musky, or leaving dirty clothes or wet clothes in the hamper. If it's a towel, try hanging it up to dry, or if you have wet clothes, try getting those into the washer as soon as you can. My husband's work clothes go into the basement because those get pretty smelly and I like to keep them contained to one area. I absolutely love candles. Candles and essential oil diffusers and adding essential oils to your laundry can all help your home have a fresh and clean scent. I personally am a candle lover. Absolute lover, not only for the scent but for the soft and warm lighting it provides. I've made my own candles in the past, but I do purchase candles quite regularly as well. I don't think it's very often that I don't have a candle burning in my home. I also really like lighting. This is a pretty simple and budget-friendly way to add warmth and a touch of cozy to your home. Any kind of dim lighting, whether that be from a candle or a small lamp or twinkle lights added in with your home decor, it's a very simple and affordable way to create a cozy and comforting atmosphere. I'm also in love with the ambience options of YouTube. If you haven't searched Christmas ambience, fall ambience, or anything like that, you need to get searching that if you're a homemaker and you like that nice, beautiful ambience on your TV. I love choosing an ambience that will flow with whatever season it is outside. Right now, I've been turning on all the Christmas ones. There's so many different options, but the TV's right next to our Christmas tree with twinkle lights. And so we have the TV displaying a crackling fire or snow falling. And it's such a simple and ultimately free option that really adds a cozy element to our home. And it doesn't seem like something that would make such a big difference, but it really does add just a soft, cozy layer to the living room. Also, some of the ambiances offer music, but if they don't, we have a little music player in our kitchen, which is usually always playing some form of music. I do like for it to be more quiet and relaxed music, especially if we have people over. You don't want it to be too loud, but a nice quiet song playing in the background just adds such a nice layer of noise that can feel soothing whenever it's kind of busy or more crowded. As far as decorating my home goes, I think I've mentioned in the past that I really do love to go thrifting and to go yard sailing and to shop the sales. I know this week at Hobby Lobby they had like 90% off of all of their fall decor, but personally I did not go because I really do not need any more fall decor. That's something that I've already found a lot of good sales and found a lot of good things at the thrift shops for. But that's pretty much what I do whenever it comes to decorating. I do like to change out my home decor seasonally. Where I am home all the time, I get kind of tired of looking at the same stuff, so I really like to change things around and redecorate. And so I use a lot of the removable command strips and hooks, and my husband pretty much makes fun of me because I'll move the furniture around every few months just because I get tired of seeing it the same way. But to me, just that being able to be creative, it's an outlet for me. And also I do like to see how different things look and change things up. So that's something that I really like to do, that I personally feel does add a cozy element to our home, is just switching things out seasonally. And it's a very simple thing to do, and it doesn't have to be costly or you don't have to go into debt to do it. You can find things on sale or at thrift shops or at yard sales, and that's pretty much what I've done over the years, is to just create a collection of things I can switch out. Like I said earlier in the video, your home is cozy, warm, and inviting by the way you make those feel within the walls of your home, and you can do that for free. You have the opportunity to bring your family around the dinner table in the evening to a home-cooked meal, even if that means you threw a bunch of stuff in the crock pot that morning. It doesn't have to be fancy to be meaningful to them. You can host a fun pajama party for your kids with popcorn and their favorite movies. You can shop sales and thrift home decor that is affordable and within your means, or even craft your own. Your home is what you make it, and if you have a heart for the loved ones around you, they will feel right at home just in your very presence. I hope that you all enjoyed this week's video and that you can take these ideas and tips and implement them into your own home. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. I'll see you next week.